check 1, 2.
Action!
Tell these rappers I'm outside, get them start acting up. Like turning hoes to housewives and cleaning the ratchet up. Do it off from boom bap the melody rap. If they gon' put you in the box, then you might as well pack it up. Bars having bars, no cap, I'm Attica, you a precinct. How y'all competing when y'all just decent? Your rhyme efficiency's like logic simplicity. Don't tell me how much that you black, cause I don't see it. That's it.
When we get on the finals, bring that same energy, nigga.
Yeah. Live and direct on your YouTube screen once again. It is another episode of Knicks N Ish. Y'all already know the vibe. I am the one and only Parlay Lord, aka Fraz Taz, here in the building. And of course, I got the first lady of Knicks N Ish here with me, Mrs. Knicks in the building. And of course, we got our beloved co-host, the one and only Kev Rodriguez in the building. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I know the vibe, man. Shout out my panel members for being here. I know it's kind of late, so I ain't expecting too many people to be here. You know what I mean? We ain't mad at y'all. It's 1:30 in the morning. We ain't mad at y'all, all right?
It's Mimi time. It's Mimi time for everybody.
What? I mean me. For all my Spanish people, y'all know what I'm saying. I mean me. All right. But let's talk about this Knicks victory tonight, y'all. The Knicks win an impressive game over the Sacramento Kings, 133-104. What a win without Jalen Brunson tonight. Panel, what's good? Talk to me about this game, Panel. What's up? Let me hear it.
And start it off, sis.
Let me hear it, sis. Let me hear that number.
It was a great game, and we're going to start with my favorite number, 34 assists.
That's what I'm talking about.
34 assists, led by OG with 8.
What?
Macau with 8.
What?
Deuce with 7.
Wait. Hold on. What?
You heard it right. OG
You said
with 8 assists. Macau with 8 assists. Deuce with 7.
Oh, damn. That's 23 assists between just them three? Yeah, sis. Continue.
Crazy.
Continue.
No, but that was Knicks basketball. That is what we call Knicks basketball. Total team effort. Spread the floor, played our pace, took our shots. We didn't force anything. Great ball movement, great cutting to the basket, great rebounding, a ton of steals. This is what I expect to happen when JB's not in the game, because this is what it's going to take to beat every team. Can't be mad. I don't care about the opponent. I don't care about how trash they are. That's their business. We have to remain focused on our business, which is winning basketball games.
Right.
OG and Macau's defense was outstanding today, holding DeMar DeRozan to 11 points and Zach LaVine to 17. That is outstanding defense. Go ahead, Kev.
Compared to the first two games when Zach LaVine washed us up when he was in Chicago for I think in both those games he lit us up for 30 plus points, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, he did.
If I'm not mistaken. So, that was really good defense from Macau, and then not only that, to give us the kind of game that he gave us offensively, with 20 plus points and eight assists. You got to tip your hat to these guys, man. Salute Marsh Zone 1. we got somebody up late. Salute. Um, but I mean, listen, man. Like, really, I would like to shout out Deuce McBride though, man, because for him, that first quarter, that
Set the
first
tone.
quarter was like he was in there like, okay, we're gonna win
He
this
said
game.
Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, yeah. He was like, he was like, we are not about to leave Sacramento with an L today. And I think that first quarter though, the first quarter was like perfect. I mean, he was 5 for 5 from the field, 3 for 3 from the 3-point line. Even had 2 free throws, a rebound, and 15 points. I mean,
Hmm.
he set the tone quick. So shout out to fucking Deuce for that. But I like the all around game between the whole team. I like the effort that they showed on the defensive end because yo, like you said, um, Mrs. Nick, that it don't matter who's on the other side. You still got some good players on that side. Valanciunas ain't no slouch. Zach LaVine
Hmm.
ain't no slouch. DeMar DeRozan ain't no slouch. They still got some guys that Malik Monk had 21. So they still have some dogs out there. No matter, I don't care if you this ain't an impressive win. Oh, whatever. All
Right.
right. Do what you supposed to
Looks very
do.
impressive to me.
And but you do what you're supposed to do to win this game
Right.
without your star player. Because listen, everybody always say, "Oh yeah, but we're not playing the Celtics like that." Yeah, but we wasn't 100% healthy when we played those teams. We
And you
wasn't
know
Exactly.
a
what?
hundred.
Teams ain't saying, well, we lost to a Jalen Brunson less player team.
Right,
They
You
not
know what they're
saying,
right,
oh,
saying?
Jalen Brunson's out for 2 weeks.
right. And to be honest with you, those 2 games in LA, we were winnable games. Those
Absolutely.
games were winnable games. If it wasn't for a few bogus calls here and there that kind of took us out of our rhythm, and versus the Clippers, if you notice, every time we try to get back in the game, there was a call. There was a call. There was a call that kind of held it back. Then this
Hmm.
time around in this game, I love the fact that we never let go. We had our foot on their neck the whole entire game. We did not let them breathe. And
Even
that's
both
the
times they brought it down to 10. We took a
right.
timeout and came back blazing.
Yo, there was a sequence where me and Fraz was like,
I
yo,
already, I
Fraz
know what
called
he
it.
going to say. I
Fraz
know what
called
he
it.
going to say.
I think they came out, they scored like a good 4 to 6 points, and real quick, Thibodeau was like, timeout, timeout.
Yep.
For those of you who don't
It
know,
was like a
Kev's
minute into the third quarter.
no, it was
Right.
into the fourth. I think it was into the fourth. Was it the third?
The
It
third.
was the third. Matter of fact, you
Yeah, it
might
was
be right.
coming right out the half. I think it was, if I'm not
Let me see.
mistaken, it was
Hold
like
on.
coming right out the
Yep.
half. They scored like a quick. They went on a run. Thibodeau was like, "Timeout,
Yep.
timeout. Let's go talk
Oh.
about. Let's talk about this."
No,
And
I
they
think
adjust.
that was the. I think that was the beginning of the. I think that
Was
was
it
the
the
beginning of
fourth?
the fourth. Yeah,
Yeah, it was something like that.
yeah, it
That
was because remember Zach Levine had that dunk,
Oh yeah,
and
and then the
then
other dude
it
with the
was
trash
another
bag could
tip and
dunk.
dunk, and then Tibbs called the timeout right
Yeah.
after that.
right,
That's what I was talking about. Yep.
right. He was like,
Yep.
"Wait a minute, I don't like this." Called the
Tibbs like,
timeout.
nah, no
We not doing.
momentum.
Yeah, we
Killed it
not doing this.
immediately.
We not doing this. We not doing this. And after that, they came back and listen, this is what the Knicks are supposed to do, especially when Jalen Brunson ain't there. That's right, Purple Knicks. Salute to you for. I appreciate you for pulling up at this time. I appreciate you. Word up. It's almost two
Facts.
o'clock in the morning and y'all up here. Appreciate y'all. But
For
yes,
real.
you keep your foot on their neck the whole entire game. You do not let them breathe. You do not let them get back in this game. And that's what the Knicks did.
Facts.
And just to add on to what Kev was talking about, right after that timeout, we came right out and scored 2 buckets right after that timeout.
Yeah.
And that only shows
Right.
you that they was focused throughout the game. But I will say this about this game. We shot incredibly well this game, y'all.
Yeah, man.
Like the Knicks shot
Yeah,
over
man.
50% from the field and from three this game. In fact, we shot 55% from three this game, y'all. 22 of 40. That is impressive, even without Captain Clutch on the floor. Show me the Towns three. Weddy. Yeah. That's what it was tonight. It was one of those nights, y'all. You see
I like
this?
this play right
This
here.
is
This
Knicks
McCall
basketball.
right there.
What a pass. Whoop.
You know,
OG.
and I like the fact I like it. Rewind it to that.
Yeah, go
Rewind
back
it.
a little bit,
Right,
sis. You
because
see that ball
I
movement?
like that play right there. You see, like you see how he could have took it to the basket, but he still said, "Yo, let me hit my man in the corner, who's lighting it
And
up today."
the ball movement. OG Anunoby. Look at
Yeah,
the
that was.
ball movement.
But
The ball
listen,
movement
not
was
only the ball
crazy.
movement, but the 24 points off of turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Even though they had 25, but we had 24. Our bench, I mean, they won the bench points, but we still had 29, which to me is pretty good for our bench. You know what I'm saying? Um, and
34 to 18 in assists.
right, and then 26 fast break points to their 8, which means that we was pushing the fucking pace to on them all night long, bro.
And not only that, let me add in steals 13 to 7 in favor of the Knicks. I believe OG had
Have
four by
5.
himself.
No, he had
Five,
5.
yeah, five. You're
5.
right, five.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's to show you that this was a game that defense literally took this whole game over. Our defense took this
Right.
game over. Our offense finished this game. That's all you could ask for from the Knicks right now, minus Captain Clutch. We just got to go out and find a way to win games. It don't matter how it gets done. It didn't have to be pretty tonight, but it turned out to be a
It was
blowout.
real
And
pretty
wait,
to me.
We had a
and
35
wait,
point lead, y'all. We had a
and
35-point lead at one point.
And wait, I like to shout out my guy T Time, who's not here, but he know why I'm shouting him out right now because we told y'all we was gonna win this game by a lot, and that's what happened.
Word.
We told you this here at Knicks N Ish, all right? We told you that. Me and T Time told y'all that, all
Yeah.
right? So know what we be talking about over here.
Yo,
The only thing we didn't win tonight was the offensive rebounding battle, 14 to 6. I mean, yes, I am upset because moving forward, you want the Knicks to win this offensive rebounding battle, but for aesthetics of this game, I'm not that much upset. But for the future, I am concerned that this is going to be something that we struggle with playing against the better teams.
I
But
don't
for
think
tonight,
so.
but can
Mitchell
I?
Robinson's still only playing teen minutes.
like
But
15,
not
yeah.
and not only that though. You didn't have to worry about offensive rebounding today, but by the way they shot the ball. I mean,
Facts.
Yeah, I was about to
Jesus
say.
Christ, we shot 55% from the 3-point line, bro.
Yeah,
We
not too
was
many
knocking
misses.
shots down. We didn't have to worry about offensive rebounding today. The way we was scoring points, bro.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
so
53% from the field, 55% from three. I mean, ain't many misses, you know? There's not many
no,
misses gonna be, especially
it's
shooting like
not.
that.
When you
Especially
that
shooting like that.
Especially when
when
Josh going crazy.
Yeah. That ball
right.
movement. That ball movement. And I will say tonight
Josh in
we
the
were
first half, Josh was like 5 for 7, 3.
one thing I can say about the Knicks tonight, they made decisions very quickly on offense. We didn't wait. We didn't have the ball stagnant. That ball was moving around. The guys was moving around. You had spacing tonight. The offense looked very fine tuned tonight.
Yep.
Okay,
They did.
this is how we try to have our offense look in every game. I'm not saying it's gonna be like that, but this is what we strive to have our offense looking like every game. All right. It
Crispy.
ain't all gonna be perfect, but yes, we want that. We want that crisp ball movement, right? We want that basket at the end of the ball movement, like we're always used to. You know.
What up, Matt?
Um,
What up, Matty Smooth?
Matty
Matty
Smooth in the
Ice, what's
building on the
goody?
check in. What's really good,
Matty
man? Yeah, we
Ice, what
still
up?
up, man.
We,
This is
we
what we
here.
do, man.
We here,
This is
bro. You
what
know,
we do, Matty.
usually I'd be in another dream, but I ain't gonna hold you. I say I'm gonna take a
Uh,
nap today.
you said it was early me time.
Yeah, usually I'll
Early.
be out, but I
Right.
said, let me take a nap because I want to watch this game and I need to do a recap.
Oh, and let me also say one thing that hasn't been mentioned yet. Guys, did y'all see Tibbs play more than 10 guys tonight?
Wow.
Did y'all see
Listen,
13 guys got on the floor tonight for the Knicks? 13 guys got on the floor tonight.
yeah, that was huge, man. That was huge. I
Team
haven't
effort.
seen that. I haven't seen that in a long time, bro. It's been a while since I seen 13 guys playing on a
I'm
Knicks
just
stat sheet,
saying, look
bro.
what happens when you put the bench in.
Bang.
Boop. Dylan Wright for
We
three.
saw, we saw, we saw, we saw Marjan Buchamp come in 4 minutes, hit a three, give us
And
two
grab two
rebounds.
rebounds.
You know,
Facts.
gave us some minutes. That was good. That was good, man. That's what we
Frankie
bought him up. See,
Fingers.
salute, Frankie Fingers. But the thing that I like today is not only that we shot well from the 3-point line, but the fact that everybody was like extra aggressive, though. Everybody was, like what we like to see them do, what we know they can do, because we know they can do this. We've seen them do it plenty of times. Yo, attack the basket, cut to the basket, and that opens up a lot. You know what I mean? As you can see, when Mikal was driving to the basket, it opened up the 3-point basket for OG Anunoby because he drove in those two guys and he was wide open. You know what I'm saying? But
Same thing for Macau.
same thing for Mikal. Same thing. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? That should have been an and one though.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
That should have been an and one. He got hit in the head. These referees be iffy. They be wishy washy with the calls. But that should have been an and one right there. But you see how well Mikal plays when he's aggressive and he drives to the basket. Don't get me wrong. I love the midi. I love the midi. His midi is pretty accurate, pretty consistent, but bro, we know that you can fucking attack the basket at will. At
Facts.
will, bro. Why can't we just I've been begging him to do this all season long, bro. Make plays like that because we know that you got the skill set to get to the basket. You're long enough that most guys
Pause.
can't even pause, right? But
Lucky the pause
y'all get
police
what
ain't
I'm
here tonight.
saying.
Right.
Y'all get what I'm saying. Y'all get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying because there's not too many guys out there that could try to block his shot
hmm
because of how long
not at
his
his
arms are.
position. Yep.
Right. You know what I mean? And if we could get that out of him for the next from now until the end of the season, man, come on, let's get it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get it, Mikal. We know you could do that shit, bro.
Listen,
Facts.
man. I gotta give my shout out to OG tonight, man. OG really
Yeah,
stepped up in a
huge.
spot where
Pause.
a lot of people, have been getting on OG because of his lack of playing like how he normally plays on the court. But I think in I want to say these last 5 games, especially for OG, you've seen 3 20-point games, guys. You've
3 out
seen
of
three
4.
twenty. Yeah, you've seen 3 20-point games from OG. And he
Mhm.
stepped up his production with rebounds and assists as well as his defense.
Bro, everything we've said on this show.
Yeah, yeah. He's literally stepped up in practically every statistical category right now in these last 5 games. Because he's averaging I think he's over 2 steals in these last 5 games.
Well, I
He's
would tell you
averaging
he's since the All-Star break, He's averaging 17 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists in 9 games.
Mm-hmm. Sounds about
I'm
right
gonna
to
tell you
me.
right now how the steals. What's the steals?
He's averaging about 2 steals since the All Star break. 1.7. That sounds about
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Sounds about right too.
1.3.
Oh, that's not bad.
Mm-hmm. He had I could name him right now. He had
I can too.
a steal against the Cavs.
Yeah,
He had two against Philly,
yeah,
one against Memphis, two against
yeah.
Miami. He had none against
Against
the
Golden State
Lakers
or
and
LA.
Warriors, two
Yeah,
against the Clippers, and four
and
and
then for
five
tonight.
tonight. Five
Yeah, five.
tonight.
Yeah, they got it wrong on the
They
site
got him
on
wrong
Stat
on that.
Minutes. It
Right.
should be five. Yep.
It should be five. So he been stepping it up defensively since the All Star break.
But then also you gotta look because if you're looking at them last 5 games, I'm looking at as well. OG's had 4 20-point games out of those last five. The only game he
Yeah.
didn't have 20 was against the Clippers.
Right.
But he had 20 against Miami, Golden State, the Lakers, and Sacramento earlier tonight.
And he was a point away from 20 against Memphis.
Yep. Yep. And
So
that was another good game.
right. Nah, but listen, man, that's what you do without the cat, bro. In order for you
Yeah,
to win games, it gotta be games like this, where it's like you put it, Miss Nix, a complete team effort. Everybody gotta step up.
definitely.
Everybody gotta play their role. You can't play. I think we had for me, I thought we had a lot of turnovers still, but um, we just gotta take care of the ball. As long as we do all that, man, I think we should be fine.
Hmm. I mean, I think it started with Deuce. Like he came out in the first half, the first quarter, and showed out, and he set the tone, and that's what JB does, and so that's
Hmm.
what the Knicks team is used to, and so he has to just continue. He doesn't need to put the added pressure. He just needs to play his game, because when you look at his game is reflective of JB's game. And so as long as he sets the tone early, everybody else is going to fall in place the same way they fall in place with JB.
Yeah.
You know, I agree.
Um, and I want to shout out the newest Nick PJ Tucker real quick because I don't know what you said in that locker room before this game tonight, my guy.
Word.
But whatever you told the gang, you had them on one because they came out like
Word.
gangbusters today, and right
Yo,
from the
word.
get go, just straight went ham right from the get go. They was like, nah, we coming out, and
That veteran presence though is what
mm-hmm,
is what we've been lacking all season
yeah,
long. You know what I mean? And then not only does he bring that extra presence, but he's down with the culture. You know what I mean? So you see him and you see Cam, they adjust well with the young kids. They you know what I mean? Like you see they all there's this bond, right? So
mm-hmm,
now you add that to the mix with PJ Tucker, the kind of experience that he brings to the team. What up, Milton?
I'm
Salute
a
to you,
I'm a
brother.
I'm a
Appreciate you.
rewind this back. Read PJ Tucker's lips. He told
wait, what?
Josh, shoot that motherfucker.
Right. No, and it's crazy. Yo, fam. And I'm glad he said that. I've been begging Josh to be more aggressive from the 3-point line. Bro, we know you can shoot the fucking ball.
Mm-hmm.
We know you
Salute,
can shoot
William.
the fucking ball. There's no doubt about it that you can shoot, bro. Why are you so hesitant? I would love to ask him that, bro. I would love to sit down and ask and just have a conversation with Josh and say, "Yo, bro, let me ask you a question. How yo, there be times that he be wide open pass. I'm like, dude, just shoot. Shoot. Shoot
Word.
the ball. I don't even care. I mean, bro, if you miss, okay, fine, you miss. But most of the he shot the ball pretty well from the 3 point line this year. You know what I mean? So the fact
Probably
that
the
he
best in his career, to be
right,
honest.
so like
Yeah.
like for you to be so like passive sometimes, especially when you wide open. If you got somebody on you, then I get it. But if you wide open, just shoot the shit, bro.
I mean, that's the same thing with Macau, right? Like, there's those games where he's just not aggressive, like how you said earlier. Like, just take the shot. Like, especially without JB. Like, we need y'all to score the basketball because we
Right.
got a lot of points we got to make up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We gotta
Try
make up
27
because
points a game.
right, from the shortest guy on the team, you know what I mean? Um, so guys gotta, be more aggressive. Like when you see Josh on one, he knocks them shits down, bro. So, so I'm glad PJ Tucker told him that, yo, shoot that motherfucker, bro, because you need to shoot more, bro.
Yeah.
Because
You
he's
know?
gonna be open. The attention is on everyone else.
And
No
and
one's
and,
really paying attention to him.
and nobody right. And because other teams, they're letting him shoot the shit.
Right,
They're letting you. Go ahead. They're,
Listen,
they're like, yo, you know what? Go ahead, Josh, shoot.
right.
But you
it,
pass it.
you know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of me when I was younger playing ball. I was the guy that everybody used to leave open because they didn't respect my shot until I started ringing off with that jumper and started working on
Yeah,
my jumper.
but
Now to a point where you gotta defend me now.
But you would
but
think that they would respect his shot a little bit, especially after the Philly
Mm-mm,
series and what he's done
mm-mm.
thus far. I think the issue is we have too many better shooters than him that they have to pick their poison. And so they rather, okay, I'm going to let Josh try and shoot me out the game
Yeah.
as opposed to everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I think he feels like he the fifth option. Hey, listen, you could be the fifth option, but
Facts.
if you could shoot and knock the shit down, just shoot that shit, bro.
But
Facts.
that's five. But that's five shooting options the Knicks have.
Right.
Right, man. Like, yo,
Let's
listen, I
be
don't care
real.
if you could shoot. I don't care if you the seventh option. Shoot that shit, bro.
Facts.
As long
Like
as you're going,
shoot.
yeah. Like,
You need to shoot, bro, because at the end of the day, I don't care what nobody say. When we need a shot, not only is Jalen Brunson is our go-to guy, but I feel comfortable. I feel so comfortable putting the ball in Josh Hart's hands. I'm
Hmm.
comfortable when I see Josh Hart with the ball at the last minute to take a shot if we need him to. Okay, but just stop being so scared, bro. Shoot the fucking three shot, the three. Shoot it,
he
bro. We know
said,
you can fucking shoot it, bro.
he said, I don't know where he put in to play his drinks tonight.
But do it every day. Yo, right.
Yeah.
Yo, salute to Andios for pulling up, man.
Facts.
Word. Salute to you. It's 2 o'clock in the morning officially, and y'all out here supporting us still. We appreciate y'all because y'all could be sleeping.
Facts.
Facts. But since y'all are up and rocking with us, press like for your favorite panel. Sharing is always caring.
Word, man. Share us
Word
on
up.
whatever platform, Facebook, you
Word.
Twitter,
Instagram, you know
we
the love.
appreciate that to the fullest, man. But
Fact, we appreciate each and everybody
this
coming
I
in
don't
here.
I don't care what nobody say. This was a good must win for us. This is a
Hmm.
good must win for us.
And
Um
again, our losing streak hasn't gone past 3 games
Three
all season.
games.
no, no, it hasn't. And which this is what I love about the fucking Knicks. Like it's always that, yo, we not going past this.
Hmm.
Like we're gonna
Mhm.
go out there today. And I heard PJ Tucker went to each and every single player. Like,
I heard
yo,
that too.
he went to
Facts.
every single player and spoke to every single player one by one. And I wouldn't be surprised if he did it while they was all together in the locker room too. Like, yo, listen. And I think that he fuck a 10-day contract. I think that we should keep him for the rest of the season, man, because you need
Yeah.
people like that, bro. This one did felt good. I don't care, yo. I be here. I was all, yo. Listen, man. Any win right now is a good win for us without Jalen Brunson. I don't care. You
That's a
know,
fact.
and I'm sorry to be so long winded, y'all. I've been MIA, so I gotta let a lot of this shit out. I got to. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been MIA. I apologize, but listen, this is what this team needs to learn how to play without fucking Jalen Brunson, bro.
Yep.
You gotta fucking learn how to win without Jalen Brunson. We can't always depend on Jalen fucking Brunson to win us a game. So right now, this could be a blessing in disguise for us because now these guys will be learning. They're learning right now. This is a whole learning process for them again. Now they gotta learn, So this is gonna be huge for them down the stretch. Pause.
Yep. And when you think about it, the last couple of games that came down to the wire, JB looked for someone else to uh
To
to
not the
close it out because
right,
he's getting so much attention. And
right.
so everybody has to stay ready because who knows who's going to get that shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Word, man. Like, and this is good that they were able to offensively. It was just a all around from everybody.
Yep.
Everybody showed up in every way. You even
Yep.
had Shamit with 16, which you barely even see.
Yep.
You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like even he was playing with a little more pep in his step. Like, and that's what you need guys to do now.
Yep.
Get the
This is
broom.
this is all gonna
Get the
be
broom.
this
Get
is
the broom. They got swept this year. We swept the Kings this year. Get the broom.
listen, right now, all these games without Jalen Brunson, it's just gonna be a huge it's gonna be a process.
Do
And
remember, y'all. Do remember that first game we beat Sacramento, we dropped 143 points, and that was with Jalen Brunson. This game, 100.
so it's I love that sequence.
Love to see it every time. Show it again. Show
Oh,
it
Yeah, the
again.
ball
Curry took
movement
it
was
Show
out.
it
crazy, yo.
again. Show it again. You
The
see how
ball
that ball
movement
was
was
moving
crazy.
around?
I
The
took
ball
it off,
movement
but
was
I got
Crazy.
crazy.
another one for y'all.
Yeah, bring that other one in.
What
Right.
up, Philip? What up, Philip? Appreciate you, my brother, for pulling up, man.
Salute to
Word.
everybody who here with us on the late night rocking with your
Facts,
favorite Knicks
bro.
N
It's
Ish
two.
panel, man.
It's two
You
o'clock.
you could have been snoring in your bed right now, but you up with
Right.
us, and we appreciate y'all for that, for real.
Word.
You know what I mean? Now to this highlight. Look at this ball. Watch the ball movement here. Wide
Boom.
open, wet,
No,
wide
no,
open.
no type of like holding. No ISO. There was no ISO today. Like barely
Exactly.
any ISO today. It was all ball movement. And that's how you win games, bro. Ball movement is big. Pause. You need that. You need
Facts.
that to win games, bro.
That's
You
a
know?
fact.
That's how you break down defenses.
Yep.
Yeah.
Big time.
How you think San Antonio won all those championships? Breaking down these ball movement, moving the ball,
Hmm.
not keeping it in one hand the whole time. Even when Jalen Brunson, I don't care what people say. Jalen Brunson, oh, he's a hog. He averages 7 assists. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. He
Facts.
averaging almost 8 assists a game. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So, if the Knicks could keep playing like this from here on out till JB get back, this is gonna be a fucking problem, bro.
Yep.
Okay?
Big time.
This is gonna be a problem because these guys know. These guys know what's up. These guys understand what's going on right now. They understand that if we don't fucking win games, we are going to drop.
Hmm.
Hmm.
you know. So, shout out to the guys for going on a road game all the way in Sacramento and pulling out a victory and just blowing these dudes the fuck out at home.
Facts.
Mind you, with Milwaukee Bucks team who's gotten hot as of late,
Right,
breathing down on Knicks
right,
for third. That just gave us a 4.5 game lead over Milwaukee.
right. Because they're playing much better.
Remember, the Pacers were fourth for the longest. Since the Pacers have had this fall off, Milwaukee came up. So Milwaukee's the ones who's been having the better time, like with their games and stuff. Pacers is out of there. I don't see the Pacers even being a 6 seed. They're
Nah.
out of there. They fell off. They fell so far now. They
The
about to
Bucks
fall out of
have lost
fifth.
2 in a row as well.
True. But before that, they won like 9 out of 11 or something like that.
Hmm.
They won a lot of games in their last 15.
Yo, shout
I
out
ain't
to
even gonna lie.
AP for pulling up in the
Oh
chat. We
yes, sir.
appreciate you.
Definite.
Appreciate you
No,
for pulling up on a late night, man. Word. But
see,
yeah, man,
yeah.
like,
Look, the Pistons about to overtake the Pacers for fifth. Come on.
yo, let me tell y'all something, man. Like, the Pistons are gonna be a team that niggas don't might not want to see in the playoffs, bro.
Listen,
Yep.
let them
They
take fifth,
it's
so we don't gotta see them.
they're gonna be a team that you gotta watch out for in the playoffs.
Let them
They
give the
dangerous,
Celtics a run for their damn money, or
Hmm.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, Cade Cunningham is you know them
Rising
them
star.
them losing what's her name for the season might be a blessing in disguise for them. What's his name?
Jaden Ivy.
Yeah, Jaden Ivy, right? Jade, I like that kid. I think he's pretty good. But I want to put yo, Cade is like on another level, bro. He's on another level. But as long as the Knicks keep playing with this kind of momentum, bro, we should be fine. We should be fine. I don't think we're gonna catch the Celtics and fucking Cleveland,
It's not
but
about catching them at this point. It's
it's
about
about staying put.
right,
yeah. We just
right.
locking our spot and we're good.
There
That's
you
it.
go.
You know.
Shout out to you,
Yeah.
AP word, man.
Yo,
Y'all,
shout out AP.
no,
Enough
man.
respect, man.
We appreciate y'all, man, for being up on a late night. I know I said it quite a few times, but this is my first time actually being up this late doing a recap, and
It's been a while.
No
I can
lie,
say
late
it's been
night
a
games
while.
are tough.
yeah, late night
Yeah.
Me and Fraz
games.
were talking in the first half, in the first quarter, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make it through tonight.
Word.
Yeah,
Sis
yeah.
is like, yo, I'm taking a nap at halftime.
Yo,
I'll
it
let
got dark.
you.
I'm like, I'm tired.
I ain't gonna hold
Word.
you. I ain't gonna hold you. Before the game started, I said, "Yo, I'm gonna go take a nap, bro, because I want to fucking watch this game and I want to do a recap too." So
Yeah.
I'm glad I did that because I knocked
Fraz,
out for a good
Fraz even
two
was
hours.
like, Fraz even was like, if we don't go on tonight, we going on tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Word.
Nah, I had it in my mind that I was like, nah, we doing a recap tonight. So when y'all said show, I was like, good.
The
Cause we doing
facts.
this
Facts.
shit, son. We doing this
Nah,
shit.
cause like sis said, we was talking about it, and I'm like, nah, I need to show up. We need to talk shit
Facts.
about that. You know what I
Facts.
mean?
And what a
We need
perfect
it.
game to stay up and watch and then do a
Yo,
recap
Facts.
for. You know what I mean? Like we it
it's.
was a
I remember it was 9 minutes to go in the game, and we on the chat, and I'm telling y'all, yo, this game is over.
yeah, I was telling you, remember I was like, yo, you know
What?
what? Timeout Sacramento, throw the bench in.
Yep.
It's wash up.
It was like the 9 minute mark. I remember this. This is the 9 minute mark. Me and Kev was talking like this. Kev's like, yeah, they might as well just throw the bench in. It's over for them.
Right.
We
Yo,
done.
shout out to Philip who's in Colombia
That's
watching us from
That's a
crazy.
Colombia.
fact. Yo, salute.
Appreciate you,
You
Philip. Enjoy,
where you
man.
at? Yo, where you at, Philip? Medellin? You in Medellin? Where you
Medellin.
at, man?
Medellin.
Medellin? He's in Medellin.
Well, one
Yeah.
person we didn't talk about tonight is Cat.
Go
Yeah,
He
nah,
ahead.
played a
listen.
great game.
Let's talk
Yeah.
about it. Come on, I
Hey,
couldn't say
listen.
everything. I had to leave something for you. What? I didn't want to say it all. But go ahead. Let's talk about Cat real quick. Go
I
ahead.
mean, Cat did what we needed him to do, which is be aggressive. And I feel like he did it at the right time, right? Like he spread the floor whenever Valanciunas was in the game, and the minute they took Valanciunas out, he started attacking the basket. That's
Hmm.
smart basketball, and this is what we need from him, and we need this from him every night, especially
Yeah.
while JB is out. Um, I
Because
like I like that he caught an early foul and then didn't get into super foul trouble early on in the game. That
hmm
Yeah.
was great because Lord knows it would have probably been a different outcome if he got into super foul trouble early on. Um, but yeah, I mean, we need this from him. I mean, I'm not big on seeing big men shoot threes, but the way he was shooting them today, I'm with it. It was in the flow of the offense.
Right.
And it was an even attack. It was even him going to the basket as much as he was shooting threes. Um,
I mean,
this
the other thing you could add on to that really was the fact with Cat is like, wait, what
I'm
happened?
sorry. I'm sorry. Yo, that is hilarious. Yo, on Dios is hilarious. Yo, that's
That
hilarious.
was for sis.
That's a fact. Yo, Nino Black.
Nino Black. What up,
Appreciate you
Nino
for
Black?
oh man, I appreciate y'all for pulling up tonight, man. Word
Yeah,
up.
we definitely do appreciate
Word.
everybody who came on with us late
Appreciate y'all.
tonight,
Nah, but that's actually
knowing it's
true.
a
I didn't
late
hear no
evening.
oh my god tonight. And there was a couple of times where I thought he was gonna say it and he ain't say it. So I'm proud of Cat for that.
What I was
and
gonna say
Marzone,
was,
this is for real, and I
hold on, I
agree.
can wait.
I think his cat's issue is that he's looking for that foul too much. Like just
Yeah.
play, and like you got a big body just like Joker. Like punish their asses. They wanna
Yeah.
play physical, then you punish them.
Hmm.
And it's crazy, right? Cause he plays like that against Joker.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
He plays like that against him, but you don't play like that with no against nobody else.
right.
Shit is crazy to me. But yo, I on who was it? Hold on a second. Somebody said something. Andios. Put that one up on the chat. He said, not gonna lie, when OG twisted his ankle a little bit, I passed out for like 5 minutes, but woke up because he was okay. Dude be scaring me. I'm like, I ain't gonna hold you. When I seen that, I was like, Jesus Christ, not again.
You know what
He
I
just came
said?
up lame.
I
Ah
said,
man,
this is why he
bro.
shouldn't bring the fucking ball up in transition. Because every
Hmm.
injury he's had with us has been him
From
bringing up the
transition.
ball in transition.
Hmm.
Right, right. Like sometimes anytime him or Mitch is on the ground for too long, I get worried.
Yeah.
I get worried. You know what I mean? So
Facts.
yeah, man, I do agree with that 1000%, bro.
But I
Cause
think that twisted ankle pissed him off because he went the fuck off after
he did, he
Hmm.
did,
that.
he did. I ain't gonna hold you. He did. So that was good, man. But yeah, man. But yeah, shout out to Cat, man. Playing aggressive. But I would like for him to be a little bit more, post up on guys instead of like you said, looking for the foul. And don't get me wrong, most of the times those be fouls.
They
They don't
do.
be calling them. They don't be calling them, and I understand his frustration. But if my thing with Cat is if you know that that's gonna happen, bro, you have no control of it, bro. You gotta keep playing. You gotta keep playing.
This
You
is
know what
the
I'm saying?
downfall of being a Nick, to be honest. You don't
Right,
get calls.
right. Like you
Yeah.
see, you see Jalen Brunson, he be getting abused.
Facts.
he be getting abused, and he still don't get calls. Melo used to play with a headband. The headband used to be covering his eyes at times. He still didn't get no calls.
Melo used to have a whole thing covering his rib cage.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there was times where his headbands was like this all the way across his face, and he would get no calls, bro. So
Facts.
no, but Cat just gotta keep playing. Stop worrying about the calls. The calls will come, but you just
Hmm.
gotta keep playing.
Right.
The thing I wanted to add about Cat really quick, if you watch them highlights, what Sis put up, and if you watch the game, Cat recognized the help defense very well. That's the reason why he is able to make these passes because he saw that now Valanciunas is one of the better help defending big men in the league. All right. And in a number of those plays, Cat recognized that Valanciunas was coming over for the help defense. That's why you seen him pass the ball rather quickly because he understands, yo, if I don't pass the ball and I try to drive, they're gonna collapse and I can't go nowhere. So what's the point of me driving to the basket when I have an open man standing over here? I need to push the ball to the open man. It's all about the recognition. You know what I'm saying? If all of our players took that extra second and thought like that, I bet you the Knicks would have 50 games already won.
Nah, that's a fact, bro. That's right, Nino. Smoking on a King's pack, baby.
All day,
That's what
all
we
day,
doing.
all day. You know, hold on, man.
Okay,
Making me move.
that's right. You know, hit the celly.
Facts.
Hit the celly. Hit the celly.
Hit that Selly.
Nah,
Oh, my fact, I
because
got it right here. Hold on, I got it right here.
and
It's good. It's
and
good.
the thing is, most of the times he goes and he'll try to force it. So that was big on him, pause to see the open man, like you said, Fraz, and just pass it
Mm-hmm.
off. And the way we were shooting the ball today, guys wasn't missing.
I mean, over 50% from the whole entire floor. Like,
Yeah.
you can't complain much about that. But then I
Listen,
forgot, guys. I forgot. We have a game tomorrow night, don't we?
I was gonna talk about that. Yo, Philip, we're gonna get to that on the inish part of the segment after we talk about this Trailblazer game tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hey,
We'll
yo,
get to
Kev, look what I found.
up. Here it is.
Oh yeah.
Marshawn Beauchamp for
Man,
three.
listen,
Let's
bro.
get it.
Listen, man. That's all I want to see from my guy, bro. I like that kid, man. I think he's alright. He might not be the best, but yeah, listen, man. It be the role players. I don't care what nobody tell you. It be the role players that'll win you games sometimes.
But that's defined the Knicks for the last 2 years. The role players helping us win games. This is part of our strategy, playing other teams now. Like
But not only
we
that,
def-
that's what wins championships. To be honest,
facts.
when you look at championship caliber teams, those role players played a vital role in winning major games. Go back to the '90s. Jordan didn't always hit the game winner; it was everyone else, right?
Yep.
Because he
Kerr,
took all that attention.
John
BJ
Paxson,
Kerr,
Arm,
Kukoc,
BJ Armstrong.
Paxson,
BJ
exactly.
Armstrong, right.
Look at LeBron's teams. He didn't take those game winning shots. It was everybody else.
Right.
Kyrie Irving, notably.
Well, Kyrie Irving's not a role
Dwayne
player
Wade.
though.
I mean, you're right, but it wasn't
Yeah,
his fault.
It proves the point what she's trying to
Right,
say.
no, I,
Somebody
right.
I
else
know, I
taking the
Like it
know.
don't
shot.
have to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
JB. It could be Cat. It could be
Yeah,
McCav. Like
yeah.
Damn, we play at 10 o'clock too. Jesus
Mm-hmm.
Christ,
West Coast game,
Jesus
bro.
Christ, man.
But here's the caveat. Both teams will be on the back to back. Remember, Portland played earlier tonight, and I believe they played the Warriors and lost. If
Yeah,
I'm not mistaken. They played in Golden State, lost by 10 tonight. So
yep, they did.
again, we're playing a team on a back to back because remember the Kings were on a back to back. They had an overtime game against the Clippers the previous night before
Hmm.
we played them earlier last night. So both teams will be on a back to back. And I'm gonna say it like this: if the Knicks play like we played tonight, Knicks win by a lot. Real talk.
I agree.
We win
I
by a
agree.
lot.
I
Mm-hmm.
agree.
I'm
We still
saying it
gotta
again.
watch out for those guys.
I'm nope,
Don't
And
say
nope,
no
nope, nope,
names.
nope, nope,
no,
nope.
no, I'm not
Don't say
saying no
no
names, but
names.
listen, we can't sleep on the opponents. We can't play down to these guys. You know what I'm saying? Because
So we don't play them tonight. We play
no,
them
no, we
Wednesday
play
night.
Wednesday
So
at
we got
10, right?
today off.
Yeah,
Right.
it's set tomorrow. Yeah, it's set tomorrow.
Right, right.
Okay.
So, as long as we keep those few guys in check, I think we should be fine. But there's some guys on that team that we got to be careful for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, but I think that we should be able to win that game.
Facts.
We know that role player isn't coming back. That's Quentin Grimes. Yeah, yeah. That listen, man. Listen, man. Quentin Grimes was my guy, and I got nothing but love for Quentin Grimes, right? But and I love to see what he's doing on other teams right now, and he's taking full advantage of his opportunity. But when he was on the Knicks and he was given the opportunity, he didn't take advantage.
I
If
mean,
not,
at
he
the end of the
wouldn't.
day, I think Knicks fans got to stop crying over spoiled milk at this point. Like
Right.
Yeah.
you see it with Quentin Grimes having a couple of good games. He had a couple of good games as a Knick.
He did.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like we seen it the other night. I seen highlights of Jericho Sims. He dunked as a Knick. They're not
Right.
showing anything they didn't show with us. Quentin Grimes
Mm-hmm.
has all the talent in the world. Like Kev said, he didn't he didn't play well as a Knick. He
As a
didn't. He
starter,
didn't,
they gave him the starting position, and he
and he
lost it to
lost it.
Dante.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Now, do
He
I
can
like
only
to
be mad at himself.
right? Like, I don't for a guy who advocated for Quentin Grimes, okay? I went to bat for this dude. Everybody on this panel, everybody that's not on this panel right now that know me will tell you I used to battle all kind of net fans about Quentin
Mm-hmm.
Grimes, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That was my guy, okay? But at the end of the day, I gotta call it how I see it and be fair. And when given the opportunity, right, he dropped the ball.
Yeah.
He dropped the ball and Dante ran with it.
That's a
And
fact.
Dante just ran
Literally.
with it like, yo, I'm not giving this shit back to you, bro. Sorry.
Right?
And listen, I'm glad he's doing what he's doing in Philly. Shout out to him. But
We
I
still a
wish
better
he
team. Fuck it. Who
I
cares?
we still a better
Mm-hmm.
team. I wish he would have did that with us, because if he would have did that with us, he would have never got traded.
And to be
True.
honest, it was gonna be either him or Deuce. The Knicks had to make a decision on who they were keeping.
You know what?
Yeah.
And I'm
I'm
glad
not
we
even
kept
mad they
Deuce.
kept Deuce.
I'm glad we kept Deuce, because look, like, Deuce does a lot of things that Quentin Grimes wasn't doing.
Yep,
And that was knocking down his specialty. See, Quentin Grimes' specialty was shooting the three, and he wasn't knocking the three down.
yep.
Deuce had to work on that. Deuce worked on that shot so good that now, if I ever see Deuce shoot a three, I ain't mad,
Yeah.
especially in clutch time. If
Bro,
Because most of
today
the
he
time,
was
well,
he was putting it in front of niggas' face.
I
Early.
think it was like 3 for 3 in the
Early.
first quarter. 3 for 3 in the first quarter.
Me
Hold
and
on. I
Fraz was
can.
on. I'm like,
He was
he's
five
putting
for
it
five.
Yeah.
in.
Listen, in the first quarter
Bro, he
alone, he
was
was 5 for
five in the
5,
first quarter.
three
Yeah.
for three from the 3 point line, and 2 for 2 from the,
Two
I'm
from the free
sorry,
throw.
3 for 3 from the 3 point line, and 2 for 2 from the free throw.
Mm-hmm.
So like he had to. He really, you could see. I'm not saying that Quentin Grimes didn't work on his game, but at the same time, Deuce does things that he wasn't doing.
Yep.
That's the point. And that's why I
Right.
think we kept Deuce over him.
Yep. And
Make
Quentin
perfect
Grimes
sense.
was hurt a lot with us, to
And
be
Quentin
honest.
Grimes was hurt a lot. Yup. And, oh yeah, we played Portland, and then yo, the one game that I want badly again is that Warriors game, bro.
Um, we
Yeah, I
need
want that
Cat to
War.
drop the 50 like T Top
Yo,
said.
I
Hmm.
need that Warriors game and I need that Clippers game because I'm telling you, we could have washed the Clippers up, bro. I
Yep.
was sitting there watching that game. I'm sitting there watching this game and I'm like, yo, fam, we could fucking win this game. We if we play them niggas like we play tonight, we are washing them up, bro, because it got to a point where you couldn't even play defense on James Harden or Kawhi, bro. They were calling all kind of BS, bro.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want those games. And we gotta beat the Bucks because that could be a
Yeah.
turning point. So we have
Right.
that's a must win.
Yeah, that's a must
I'm
win. We
not
got to
worried
stay ahead
about
of them in the standings.
Nino. I'm not worried about Jericho at all. Not
No,
worried about Jericho at all, bro. I'm not. He gonna
no.
want to get his get back, but he ain't getting it back against us. Nope.
He ain't
Cause
even
I
gonna
think,
play.
He
I
gonna try
think
some shit and then Mitch gonna be like, nigga, you forgot
there
who
you
I
go. There
was.
you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
What?
But listen, I wanted to touch up on what Philip spoke about on the Inish, okay, segment of the show, right? And that's about the Yankees and Garrett Cole. That's a tough one, man. That's a tough loss. That is a tough loss, bro. Um, I don't know how the Yankees are gonna get back. Are gonna be able to fix that problem. But Brian Cashman got his hands full, boy, because
So many injuries.
not only did you lose Garrett Cole for the year, but we still don't know what's going on with Juan Carlos Stanton.
Yep.
Yeah, Stan.
We still don't know what's going on with Stanton. We don't know if he's gonna be out for the year or how long he's gonna be out with those two severe elbow injuries.
Yep.
And
Hmm.
he hasn't even played a preseason game yet.
Yep.
So, you know, I love my Yankees. Y'all know how I feel about my Yankees, but I don't know, man. I feel like this season might be a wash for us. I mean, I know there's some guys that still got us being a playoff team, but without pitching, it's gonna be hard, bro. Like you lost your ace. You lost two ace. Cause
Hmm.
people not talking about Luis Hill
Yeah.
being
Luis
out for the
Hill's
first
down.
3 months of the season too. So we lost
Yep.
Luis Hill, we lost Garrett Cole for the season, and now we might be losing Stanton for the season. So, I don't know, man. That it's gonna be a tough,
Other
you know,
people gotta step up.
everybody else
Cashman, get
gotta
on the
step up.
phone.
AP, you should
Get
be ashamed of yourself. What do you
Oh
mean?
man.
facts.
Listen,
What do
listen,
you
I can't even
mean?
listen, my father I've been born. I was born and
No!
raised in the Bronx. Born and raised in the Bronx. My father's been living in the Bronx his whole life, and he's a fucking Met fan. I don't know how that works. I don't know how that works, but yeah, yeah. My father's a Met fan too, man.
I guess
So
y'all all like being little brother teams. Come on,
no,
y'all.
listen, man.
Not me.
Listen.
What you heard?
I already saw what they're gonna see in right field with Juan Soto. He's still struggling. I don't understand how he struggles so much in the outfield. I don't get it. I don't get
Wait,
it. But yo,
can I add on to that for 2 seconds, man? I told y'all this was gonna happen. If y'all heard me talk about this Juan Soto move to the Mets, I told everybody this was gonna happen. Juan Soto gonna have the most errors in right field this year. Mark my words, man. He already looking like Basura out there. That traca.
listen. Listen,
That
can you put
raka.
this? Can you put this up on the chat, please? Philip said, "Let's go Mets. We the new base."
Oh, I was about
Listen,
to, because I was about to say this is the same shit Brooklyn said, and we see how that turned
Mm,
out.
no, but wait a minute. The thing. See, and I got and shout out to Philip. Mad love for Philip, right? But Philip, I always gotta bring this up, okay? No matter what y'all say or what y'all do, in order to run New York, you gotta beat us in the World Series. We up on y'all in the World Series. We run this bitch. We run New York. New York is a Yankee town, buddy.
that's a
Okay?
fact.
And no matter how bad the Yankees are, we will forever run New York.
Y'all got a
Okay?
whole lot of rings to
Y'all
win.
got a lot of catching up to do, papito.
This
Okay?
is a Yankees town. You're dead.
Yes.
A
This is a
Yankees
Yankees
town.
town, bro. And to
28 World Series titles. Well,
and
27. I'm sorry.
until y'all beat us in a World Series, okay? We gentlemen swept y'all asses in
And, and,
Queens.
and let me quote my guy Kev, right? All y'all Mets fans, when you see us Yankee fans, right? You need
Tip
to
your
tell
hat,
us bendición, bendición.
bendición.
All
And
right?
hey,
You tell
dice
us bendición when
que
you
Dios
see
te
us.
bendiga, que Dios te bendiga,
Kev
que
kills
Dios
me
te
with that all the
bendiga.
time. Que Dios te bendiga. Yo, Kev be killing me with that, yo. But it's the truth, though, man. Y'all little brother, y'all always gonna be little brother. When you see Yankees fans, you tell us bendición, all right? Because we
But
run New
yeah,
York.
man.
You know what I
But
mean?
nah, this was a great segment, man. I love this. I love this.
Definitely, man.
This was really good. I
Always
like it.
good. It's always good being here on Knicks N Ish, man. Shout out to everybody who pulled up, man. We appreciate
Word,
y'all much for rocking out with
word,
us this late. Y'all know we're not
word.
up here this late, but these West Coast gamers are killer. So don't worry. We only got a few games left on this trip, and then we get back to regular time. So just bear with us. We're gonna try and get up here and give y'all this content after these games as best we can, as y'all see. You know what I mean? Just bear with us and 10 toes down with Knicks N Ish. You heard?
Thanks.
Salute, salute. Sharing is caring. Hit them
That's a
likes.
fact. Likes. If you ain't,
Follow us on
so
all platforms. If you not,
let's run down real quick. X, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Discord, Spotify, right?
Spotify, Twitch.
Okay.
Yeah,
Twitch. We're everywhere, right? We're
yeah,
everywhere. Don't be
right.
afraid. Add us up on your favorite platform. We gonna see us no matter where you're at. Add us up.
Yo, AP is funny. He said if Tom
What he say?
Thibodeau loses in the first round, he's gonna go trade. He's getting traded to the Yankees. That's what.
That's crazy. AP, you a fool
That's
for that
funny.
one. I ain't gonna hold you.
But I ain't gonna hold you,
Um,
man. Like I used to really hate the Mets, right? I used to really, really hate the Mets, but it kind of simmered down a little bit because of Francisco Lindor. That's the only
mhm,
reason. Because if it wasn't for Lindor, forget it. I'd be on my bullshit. My pop know what's up. Salute to my
I believe
pops.
it.
But yeah, man,
But
I'm done. If y'all, I'm good. So
I
whenever
mean,
y'all,
So Nino, we
it's,
probably go on after the game, um,
oh,
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
So whatever time the game ends, we'll probably go on right after the game.
yeah, yeah, I'm gonna do what I did tonight, and I'm gonna take a nap. I'm gonna take a nap, and that way I can make the recap.
Yeah, it'll probably be
Listen,
like a half hour later than this one. So
Sheesh.
yeah. So listen, man. Salute to y'all. Uh, let's hit the celly one more time, and then listen.
Wait, did you see campaign Sally? They said it's called the bobblehead.
yeah, I'm still
Yeah, I ain't
crying
gonna
on
hold you. I ain't gonna hold
Yeah,
you.
I'm still crying
I
over that.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you,
Do
man.
you
Like
even have a video for that?
I'm so glad. I'm so glad we kept campaign and we ain't trade him or none of that because him and PJ Tucker bring a different kind of energy to this team that we really needed. I'm gonna tell you one thing before we bounce. Okay, hope teams better not try to get into no beef with us now.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all better not try to beef with us now, bro, because now we got some, we got some enforcers on the team, man. Because,
Mind you,
low key, huh?
they were teammates in Milwaukee and they were teammates in Philly.
There you go. So, yeah, last year, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, I'm good, y'all.
All right, Fred,
Listen.
safe.
Shout out to everybody who pulled up. We appreciate you very much. We'll see y'all Wednesday night / Thursday morning for the next episode of Knicks N Ish. And by the way, sis, hit the outro.
Bang!
Mic check 1, 2. Tell these rappers I'm outside, get them start acting up. Turning hoes to housewives and cleaning the ratchet up. Do it all from boom bap to melody rap. If they can put you in the box, then you might as well pack it up. Bars having bars, no cap, I'm Attica, you a precinct. How y'all competing when y'all just decent? Your rhyme efficiency's like logic simplicity. Don't tell me how much that you black, cause I don't see it. That's it.